Diamonique, Diamahoo, and welcome back to my channel. If I'm being extra with it today, because why not? Okay, so before we get started into this video, because this video is gonna be like another story time tea, but before I get into that, I just want to say, first things first, I want to say thank you, butterflies, so much for the tremendous amount of views on my last video. And if you haven't watched that video, then what are you waiting for? Go watch that video. Like, pause this one, watch that video, hop on that view trend, and then come back and definitely chase one out. But seriously, I want to thank y'all so much. Like, I haven't had a video do that well since the last 4 videos I did early on when I started, and this one I posted did tremendously. Like, there must have not been nothing on Netflix, Hulu, Crave, Disney Plus. Like, there must not been nothing, because y'all was really watching it. Y'all blew it up to the fact that y'all were blowing up on both platforms. Like, Instagram, I put it on there. Y'all is still blowing that up. And I put it on my YouTube, and y'all is tremendously blowing it up. Like, y'all is really loving it here, and I'm so happy you guys love it here. So I just want to say I love each and every single one of y'all from the bottom of my heart, and I just want to say thank you, because I love y'all so much. Okay, but as y'all can see, I got my nose pierced back. Yeah, I got it pierced back. So I got this pierced back, and I've had it. If y'all didn't know, I've had it, my nose pierced, earlier on in my like high school days, no, my college days, and then I don't know what happened, but it got infected. I had to take it out because I had too much acne around my nose, so it was just getting too in the way. So I just had to wait a few days, a few years, clean it up, get the nose together, get the eating part together, get myself together, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. We're at a good point with my nose. Like, it's not that bad. It's not acne, guys. That's even a word. Like, it's at a good, stage, at a good point. So, like, why not pierce it back? And y'all, let me tell y'all, I did not know the excruciating pain I would feel piercing back the same place that I pierced a long time ago. But let me tell y'all, it hurt. So if you're thinking of getting your nose pierced, I would advise you. You have to have a really strong pain tolerance to do this, and anything else that's regarding piercing. Like, you have to have a really high pain tolerance. Like, you just don't give a fuck type moment, type anything. But yeah, I just want to let you guys know that. And just a lot of things. I'm just highly grateful for how my channel is going, how I'm going, just everything all together. Like, I'm just really happy how everything's going together. So now that I got that out the way, let's get this in the way too. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to this channel if you're not, and also make sure y'all hit my Instagram that is in my about as always. But in case you're lazy, it's at The Real Diamonique, at REALDIAMONIQUE _. It has this face on it, and it's public. So any other page y'all follow and it don't look like this, it is not me. And if it's not public, then it's not me. Duh. Like, what are we even talking about here? Okay, so, and also, if you are a new subscriber, I'm gonna start doing this now. If you are a new subscriber, hi, my name is Dominique. I am 22 years old. And if you're new and you're just looking at different channels to either, you know, because your regular YouTube people don't post as much, or if like you want to like branch out of the same category of people that you watch and find out if there's anyone new out there and fresh out there, hey, I'm right here. Like, yeah, you definitely want to tune in here, because this is where I'm dropping the tea on my life. Like, why not give you guys the tea on my life? Like, duh. Like, and this is where you got the keys, got the laugh, and it's a definite channel you want to check out. If there's nothing on Netflix, Hulu, Crave, Disney Plus, whatever you're subscribed to, yeah, here's where it's going to be. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Or I'll say this, I'll give you a moment to subscribe, because you're gonna want to subscribe to this channel. Like, yeah, okay. But now we got that out the way, let's get into the story time. So this story time is about my first love. Like, ooh. Okay, yes, your girl Dominique had been in love a long time ago. Like, long time ago. And let me get out the backstory. This is in middle school. Now, if y'all don't know how middle school works by now, you're either gonna get your first love in either kindergarten or middle school. And let me tell you, let me just tell you, it's gonna be something about that person that's gonna make you like, you may, like, you're just like into that person for some reason. Like, you're just, you know, this person makes you smile and seeing them around, the way they talk, they walk, their personality. There's something about them. It's gonna like intrigue you to like say like, that's my crush. Like, I like him. Like, that's my crush. Like, you know, that's, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so this was my crush, and I'm gonna call him Brown because, you know, call him Brown. Like, the fact, like, yes, I had a crush on Brown. Like, let me tell you how, you know, Brown came into scenario. So I went to a middle school, right, where, well, I went to a middle school. This middle school was specifically called Dixon Grove. Okay, if you're not from Toronto, you will not know this middle school, but that's the middle school. That was the first middle school I went to for like half of the year, basically. And I'll get into why. This is why I only lasted like half the year, or not even half the year, maybe just first term, whatever. But yes, your girl Dominique was a victim of bullying. Okay, like, straight up bullying. And I'm also a victim of desperation, and I was very much an ass kisser in middle school. I can admit it, but we're at a better place now. But, you know, back in middle school, you know, I was really into teen magazines. Teen magazines were my thing when it came to romance, or how to get a boy, how to talk to a boy. Yes, I had teen magazines, but I was also looking through the Scholastic days. Y'all know them papers with all the books and stuff and all the trending stuff. Yes, I was a Scholastic girl. I was also looking for romance books to help your girl in the, you know, romance department. Okay, so at this area, like, I was strongly bullied and desperate as hell, to the point where, like, how I got to this place. Okay, so just for sake, okay, Let me focus. Okay, for purpose sakes, I had a teacher called Miss H, okay? Miss H did not fuck with me whatsoever. Like, or anybody that she got for, like, she had a lot of classes for science, but she did not fuck with this particular group of people that we were in because we were badasses, loud mouths, we were just all over the place, and we just did not give a fuck, point blank, period. Well, there was a group of people. Me, I was busy being bullied, focusing on romance, and low-key trying to fit in that crowd. But it's whatever. Miss H did not like us, and particularly me, and she was at her breaking point, to the point like she was tired of us, okay? Just point blank very tired of us, okay? To the point where one of these girls, or I think it was, I don't remember exactly what happened. Was it girls or someone freaking tried me in her class, her science class one day, and I was at my peaking point, and baby, that chair, if y'all seen BGC, that moment where there was a chair being thrown because some girl got pissed and she couldn't reach the girl, baby, that was me. Like, I got sick and tired of these girls bullying me. At the same time, I was also kissing their asses. So it was just like, baby, what? If I could go back in time and tell my younger self, I would look at my mother and be like, girl, what is you doing? You know these people do not like you. They don't fuck with you. They only fuck with you when you have the latest trends or latest things. After that, they don't fuck with you. They don't invite you to the inner circle. They don't invite you for lunch. They don't invite you to do anything together. They just fuck with you when you have the latest trends. And that's when you feel hype. You gotta learn how to stand on your own 2 feet and learn to love yourself unconditionally. But I would tell my younger self a lot more, but let's get into that video. So, breaking point, you know, the chair got through and everybody, Miss H was so worried about them and, you know, their safety, as she should. But, ma'am, they were antagonizing me and bullying me, and you're taking up for them, and you don't even like, you're basically tired of us. Like, make it make sense. Like, hello? So Miss H basically, the next day after all that happened, the next class, Miss H was just like, yeah, you're not sitting over there anymore. Like, you're not sitting where you usually sit, which is in the middle. She's like, you're not sitting there anymore. You're gonna sit up front with these 2 guys who were very special, okay? She made me sit up with the special ed kids, okay? Special, yeah. I don't even remember if they were smart, but they were my partners for every science project, okay? And one of them did have a crush on me, and I did not like them back, but I was with them for every single science project, okay? Like, literally, she didn't want me communicating with anybody. She made sure, like, every science class, she made sure that I didn't have to get up and get my stuff. She made sure all the materials went on that table. I didn't have to interact with these kids because she felt like I was going to put these kids in danger or whatever. So she made sure every science class, everything was in the middle of the desk, and I didn't have to get up, you know, and go get them in the trolley basket that she had in the front of the class. Almost every single science class. Okay, so there was this one particular day we were doing electricity, okay? We were learning about electricity, and we were trying to make electricity out of, you know, some old materials or something. I don't remember the assignment, but I feel like that's what it was, because Brown came in the middle of us learning about electricity. So he came to the door, he gave like the project or whatever, And I don't remember if Brown gave an introduction to that class, but baby, when I saw Brown, baby, the whole, when I say the whole, I mean the whole world stopped. Like, Brown looking fine as hell that day. Brown had brown hair. I don't think it was fully like big with the curls, but he cut his hair that day. Like, he just like shaped it up a little bit. But yeah, that's how Brown had a lineup. Brown wore, it was hot as fuck too that day, so but Brown wore a woolly, like a cotton white shirt, brown cargo pants with the mini pockets, and he wore white Air Forces, and he introduced himself as Brown. Pretty much, she placed him in the empty desk with all the other girls, so to basically put y'all on. So there was desks near the wall, like the bulletin board wall. So basically that's where he was placed. Like, all the girls, so there was girls here, girls back here, and then he was like in the middle of those 3 girls. So it was a row of 7 people. So he would make 7 because the 3 girls were in the front, 3 girls were in the back, and then Brown was placed in the middle. Okay. So child, I was watching them, like, the girls flirt nonstop and introducing themselves nonstop to Brown. Like, the way they were going at Brown, it was like everyone was trying to impress Brown. They're trying to ask, you know, who he was, his age, what he likes to do. Like, they were being flirty as hell. Now, I automatically had a crush on Brown, like, off the rip, and he had those cute hazel eyes, so that was a bonus, like, for me back then. So I had a huge crush on Brown. Like, Brown was cute as hell, and every time he came to class, girl, it was the fact that he could dress. That's really what it was. Like, he may not have been the smartest Einstein in the class, but then again, I don't remember if I've ever heard him answer a question with Miss H's class or any other class. He just did the work, and that was it, and then conversated with people. But it was the fact he could dress nice, and he had curly hair. So that was the time where I was really into curly hair. But yeah, like, I was really into curly hair, and like to the point where, like, really into it. I can't even say much. Like, I look so faded, but I promise y'all I'm not faded. But yeah, okay, so how do I even say this? So Brown was like on the top of like every girl's crush list. Okay, so he was surrounded by girls. Every class, I've had majority of classes with him, but every single class that I've had with him and the same group of girls, they would always place him in the middle or in front of them, so they could, like, you know, watch him, watch him, Google IM, flirt with him. Like, they would always be touching up on him and flirting on him, whatever. Okay, so for some reason, like, out of everyone in the class, Brown kept like looking at me. So just looking at me, and I didn't really understand it. He just never spoke to me. And then one time I feel like he did, and I said, oh, okay. He spoke to me, he said hi to me, and then that was it. I don't remember how far it went, but the next thing I knew, another fight happened, and I was expelled. Like, I didn't go to Dixie Brown. I didn't go to Dixie anymore. Like, I was expelled from that school. I don't remember the fight that happened. Wait, I do, but that's a whole nother story time. But just know it was a child. It was something that got me expelled, and the fact that it was me defending myself, and I didn't even get the mercy because I was defending myself. They took the fight as I was a threat and didn't want me in the school anymore, so I got expelled. Okay, fast forward, I went to this other middle school. Same shit happened, you know what I'm saying? But this time I'm not looking for love through teen magazines or any scholastic things. Same thing, have a crush on this same person, same scenario. I become stalk it, you know, type shit, whatever. Okay, fast forward. Okay, so after that, I go to school, I graduate, I actually, you know, become something, graduate, become successful, proud of myself, go to high school. Okay, so high school was a bit different. Okay, me in high school was a bit different. Like, I went to this high school that I've always seen where I lived at, but like, they always say it's not what's on the outside that counts, it's what's in the inside that matters. And my ass was drilling the hell out of this high school because I passed by it every time I was walking or doing something or working out, much less going around the neighborhood. And I'd always say to myself, why is this hobo shack here? Like, why is this hobo shack here? Like, I would always say some bad shit about this school until I actually went inside. Expectations, reality hit, and it was so nice inside. It was so big. I was looking around. I was just like, you know, whatever. So long story short, you know, years go by. I glow up. I mature a little bit. I'm more fun and get going. I do get into some scandalous trouble, but I get some friends. I get some cool friends. I'm cool with everybody. I'm not really caring if they're like fucking with me for the wrong reasons or fucking with me for the right reasons. I don't really care. I'm just like, I'm here to do what I gotta do. I'm doing what I gotta do. That's it. So there was this rumor, okay, that happened in high school, okay, like a rumor, and I'm gonna keep this story not strictly under 18, but there was a rumor about me, and I didn't even catch what the rumor was, but the rumor spread out between the boys specifically. It didn't go through the girls, it went specifically to the boys, where now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like there was a group chat made on some social media website, everyone talking about me and what the rumor is about, to the point where every time I left my locker, they would wait for me. I feel like they would wait for me, okay? Wait for me to come to my locker and change, like, out my coursework for the day. They would stand in my locker, watch me, they would stare at me, and I would feel the eyes on me, and then I would just, like, turn up the music some more and go to class. Like, that's how it was every single time. So I eventually find out what the rumor is. Now, the long story short, okay, I'm just gonna say, for the content of this video, the rumor was about my lips, okay? That was the rumor. The rumor was about my lips and everybody fantasizing about my lips on use your imagination, okay? Everyone had their own little imagination about my lips on their whatever. I never did it before. I don't know what it was, but that was the rumor, okay? This is how the past comes back to the present, okay? Not this present, but the present of me being in high school. So I get a turn to bring the attendance down for like the first time in this one class. I don't know what class it was, and I brought it down, and then I seen somebody, you know, in the office. Like, I had to wait because there was somebody that they were dealing with downstairs, and now I'm just like, I seen the curly hair. I'm like, this person looks mad familiar. It can't be who I think it is, right? They call my name. They call me. They're like, oh, okay, you can come in. You can come in. It's in my government. Like, you can come in now. And I bring the thing, and I go to turn, and then he's Brown. Brown just at the moment I say my name, Brown looks up, and he sees me, and I'm like, Brown, like, huh? Like, wait, what? And it was like, he says my name. We have a brief conversation, and I'm like, what are you doing here? Like, I've heard that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hear a lot of stuff about people that I don't think I'll ever see again. So at this point, I've known for a fact that Brown went to the rivalry school that, you know, the ballers, whatever, play, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, Brown went to that school, okay? Me and Brown had a conversation, and he basically just said it like this. He was just like, I heard some shit about you. I left that other school to come here for you. That's all Brown said. Like, I put on everything. I love butterflies. That's what Brown said. I heard some shit about you. I don't know if it's true, but I left this school to transfer here because of you. And I said, I was confused about it, but I was low-key smiling. I was confused about it, but I was low-key smiling because at that time, I took it as like, maybe this is a second chance. Maybe this is a second chance for me and Brown to actually be together. Like, maybe the universe did something to make me and Brown be together, but he's here because of some so-called rumors about my lips. So, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. So, I see Brown. I say, okay, cool, whatever. I'm seeing Brown casually throughout the day. We haven't talked. Or did we talk? Do I remember, did we talk at that whole, like, office meetup with the attendants? I think we did. But it wasn't, like, a long-ass conversation. It was just like, hi, how are you, da-da-da. Like, I think it was a casual conversation. Or I just never spoke to him because he was never in any of my classes. Except maybe for one or two, but he just kept staring at me. So, okay, so basically, when Brown came to the school, same routine that happened in middle school, except no one found him, the same people that were around him did not find him attractive and was no longer in our school anymore. They were at a different school, like closer to their home. So, basically, it was, who was it? It was this white girl and this other girl as well that were competing for his attention, and they both lived, I guess, near where he lived, and I lived closer to school. So yeah, so that's what it was. They were the brunette girl, the white girl broke up with her white boy, and I guess she wanted to use him, Brown, as a rebound or whatever. So Brown started walking her to school. Brown started walking her to and from school. That's basically how it was. Brown started walking her to and from school, and he did the same thing with the other girl, but he didn't walk her to, I don't think he didn't come in with her. He came with the white girl, and then he just walked the other girl casually because they lived in the same facility or whatever. Like, or when he took his bike, that's a different story. Or when you took whatever. Okay, so I didn't do anything scandalous. I really didn't. Like, it just happened to where I'm just like, I'm gonna talk to him more, and that's really what I did. Like, I just spoke to him. I talked to him. We conversated more, and to the point where it's just like, white girl got back with her old thing, and then other girl got tired of seeing me trying to like talk to him, so she just stopped talking to him, period, to the point where it was just me and him talking every single day. When I say every single day, like, me and him, I don't remember exactly like what per day, but all I remember is that we spoke, we talked, he started coming over to my house to the point where it wasn't just me and him alone. Sometimes he brought some of his people, and hi mommy, if you're watching this, which you never do, but if you happen to watch about this one, yeah, he would come to my house, he would come on the balcony, and him and his friends would smoke or whatever, and then they would casually leave one by one. To this one point, this one particular day that they did come over and smoke on the balcony, it ended up just being me and him left in the apartment. I thought he was gonna like roll another joint up and then, you know, take his heat on to like, you know, like home, like all your homies left, you're the only one here. So I didn't know like what to do. I ended up changing and then letting them do their thing. And I don't know why I trusted them in my house. For one, I didn't know any of them, like on like a common basis. Like I just seen them around school, and that was it. I don't know their name, their age, or what they do for a living. Even though we were all in high school, but I didn't know them that like that. They could have robbed us like straight blind, but I don't know. I trust them in my house for some reason, and I stayed like within the perimeter or whatever of them doing their shit. So while they were doing their stuff, I just sat on the couch and casually watched like TV, did my homework. No, did I do my home? Did we have homework that day he came? I don't think so. So I think I just changed and watched TV or watched them smoke, and he kept looking at me and da-da-da-da, and they were all like, you know, talking and having their own conversation. So this one particular day, he came with them, they left one by one, they said bye, I said bye, they left, and he was the only one there. He came from the balcony, and then he sat beside me, and we talked. We spoke about some stuff, and then I was like, do you want to watch a movie? He was like, yeah, sure. So at this point, this is when Fast and Furious 7 came out. So I got it on a burned disc. So I was like, do you want to watch Fast and Furious 6? And he was just like, you know what, I was going to watch Fast and Furious 6. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I'd be busy. So let's watch it. And we had it. Okay. You were watching it, and he was high as hell. So he kept looking at me the whole time during the movie. And I was mad nervous too, because I'm just like, I was mad nervous too. But like, it was the fact that, damn, this fine ass boy's in my apartment. And we just like, we're not doing the forbidden dance. We're just sitting in the couch watching Fast and Furious 6 or whatever. So we were watching it, we were having a conversation, and then out of nowhere he was like, come here, I gotta tell you something. And I was like, why do you have to tell me? He was like, come here. Yeah. Like, I'm thinking about it and I'm blushing. Y'all see I'm trying to like keep it together, cause like, child, let me tell you, good times, bro. Like, he told me to come here. The thing I know, the secret was us kissing. Like, the secret was us straight up kissing. Like, we kissed during, I think the whole movie we kissed. Like, to have the movie, we kissed. And after that, it was just a kiss. And then he was just like, he got to go. And that was it. From there, like, we kissed. We kissed. He started walking me home from school. We kissed in front of the lobby. He was like, I gotta do my homework and stuff, but but I'm gonna come back later. I'm gonna come back when I'm done my homework and stuff. So he would leave, and then he was a man of his word. Like, he came back to the apartment. I pretended to throw out garbage, and y'all, let me tell you, I was not about garbage, okay, to, you know, do whatever I wanted. And he took my keys, y'all. Like, I could not run at this point. Like, this is a point where I could not run. But this man took my keys and ran all over the complex with my keys. Like, he'd wait for me outside on the floor. I'd be like, boy, my keys. And I would run after him. And by the time I started running, he's already on the exit of that certain floor and onto another floor. So I just give up trying to find him. And then I ended up just going downstairs. And then I guess he realizes that I wasn't going to chase him anymore. He came downstairs. He gave my keys. We kissed. We went back inside the apartment. And he was just like, do you want to meet my homeboy? Now, I don't remember, did he say it was homeboy or something? I was like, okay, cool, because like I'm dating you, so I may as well meet the people that you're like cool with or whatever. Not saying that they're my friends, but I don't mind meeting your homeboy. So I meet his homeboy, and let me tell you, I should have took my ass for purpose's sakes. I should have took my ass back upstairs, cause the way I'm thinking meeting his homeboy was a total opposite of me meeting his homeboy. This month, y'all, let me tell you. Okay, we got into this. So apparently his homie lived in the same apartment I lived in, but he lived like 2 floors down from me. Okay. Him and his homeboy come, they smoking, of course, and I'm just on the couch, just sitting and chilling. I'm not thinking his homeboy's place was dirty, whatever, but it just smelled of weed. Which, I wasn't used to that smell at all, but that's really what it was. Like, they were just smoking and talking, whatever, and then, out of nowhere, Brown thought, him and Brown left and had a whole conversation about something, and next thing they know, they're talking about a threesome. Yo, I kid you not. Out of nowhere, they're both trying to take off my clothes, talking about a threesome. I said, what the fuck? I'm like, I'm not about to suck your homeboy, whatever. He was like, you dirty or something? Did he say I'm not dirty or something? I don't think he said dirty. I don't even remember. But all I know is that he and Brown and me were locked up in that small ass washroom. He started turning on the shower as if we were gonna like all shower together and they were gonna about to run a train on me, whatever. I got pissed as fuck, y'all. When I say I got pissed as fuck, I am this time. I got pissed as fuck. I left the apartment, got in the elevator. He watched me go. That pissed me off even more because you so high, you're not even seeing what's going on until I'm actually gone and I'm not coming back. So I got so pissed. I pressed the elevator. They're watching me and they're just being high and laughing like retards. I left. I got to my floor. I'm like, Mama, I don't think Mama really, did my mom check me about where I went? I know, I just told her, no, I told her she did, and I told her that the guide wasn't working, so I had to go all the way downstairs, and I couldn't find my keys. So I had to wait till somebody, like, came into the apartment, then I found where I dropped my keys, and then I came back inside. I told her that story, and she's like, oh, okay, da-da-da-da. She didn't, I think she told me about it, too. Whatever. Okay. So, and then afterwards, I came in home, I was like, you know, I'm just gonna shower, eat. I was so pissed off about the situation that I didn't even eat anything. Like, I think I just drank some juice or whatever, and I was like, I'm gonna go to my bed. I went to my bed, my mom took a shower, and then next thing I know, my mom's like, the door. I'm like, don't answer it. The door is still knocking. I'm like, don't answer it. My mom runs in the towel. Before the last knock comes, she opens the door. And she's like, I don't know what was being said because I was trying to eavesdrop, but I heard his voice and I'm like, I got mad all over again. Like, I literally got mad all over again. And he came and all I heard was like, are you her mom, da-da-da-da, and then he's like, yeah, and he's like, I'm your daughter's boyfriend, and the mom's like, oh, da-da-da, and then my mom comes in, she's like, there's someone outside to see you. I'm like, I don't care, I'm not going, and she's like, well, he's sitting on the couch, and he's not gonna go until you come. So I wait till she's done whatever, and then I come outside and I'm pissed at him, whatever. But he comes outside and he like really I come and we sit on the couch and I do believe we spoke about it, like we spoke about it and we kissed it out. And then I ended up he said he was hungry, so I ended up feeding him, and then yeah, like we made up, and then after that day, it was a continuous thing of him walking me home, him taking showers from my home, me and him kind of getting dirty. Like, I'm sorry. Me and him getting nasty, like the nasty. Um, me waiting for him to take a shower, me like lotioning him, like me like lotioning him showering from my house, me like cleaning up everything so my mom doesn't see that someone was in the shower or whatever. But I don't think I did it right because she nagged on me about it after. So that was pretty much our relationship. Like, I thought you were good or whatever. So out of nowhere, this is where it becomes like a WTF type moment. Like, what the fuck did I do? Like, I don't understand. Okay. So he becomes cool with some white boy that we're gonna call C. C comes to the school as well, and him and C are mad cool. Him and C are like PB&J. They together, like 24/7. I could never get him and me alone anymore because him and C were too busy smoking it up, going somewhere to smoke, or moving something, okay, together. Okay, to the point where they ended up meeting this girl and she became a part of their circle too. Now, don't want to jump the conclusions and say that they were probably doing the forbidden dance too, but looking back on it, it couldn't have been far from it. Okay, he kept hugging her, and then he would see the jealousy on my face and be like, "Don't be jelly, whatever." He would hug me, then be touching up all on me, and then saying, "Don't worry about it." Okay, don't worry about it. Okay, so him and the girl. This is when our school got pretty bad for like weed. Like, there were suburban kids trying to be thugs and trying to fit in with actual thugs and like trying to move dope, trying to sell dope, and cops were coming to the school every single morning for kids that they caught trying to sell dope on some block or some avenue. They would have the kids be called to income and the police would arrest them. The mom would bail them out and they would come to school the next day to do the same shit all over again. But at this time, I guess they all meet up at the park. You feel me? They all met up at a kid's park. So they were being... Why was Brown and C there? Brown and C were the leaders of this thing. And they were teaching them how to do shit or whatever. And I saw them doing the shit too. So I guess he would teach them how to be smart about moving around with little ounces of like sticky icky, and teaching them how to be smart about carrying it to school and whatever. So that's what it was. And then the girls started coming back around the school around lunchtime, So I didn't pay it no mind. I just said hi to him. I texted him, same thing, but something just felt off. Like, something just felt off. When I say off, it just felt off. Okay, so here's where it went downhill. Okay, I didn't even know we were broken up. Okay, I did not even know we were no longer together until everything just stopped. Like, everything just stopped. Like I told y'all in the other third time, he went to church with me he started coming to church with me. We were hanging out after church. We were like always together. Like, this man would do his homework and come back to see me. Even after church, after we dropped him home, he would come and still spend time with me. And my mom would leave us alone while while we freaking made out on her couch or something, whatever. Okay? Like, she would leave us alone, and it would be me and him in the house alone doing something together. Okay? So that's when it all stopped. Like, he stopped coming over. He stopped coming to the place where he used to live at. He stopped doing everything. Okay. I figured that he was just busy with school and stuff like that because I got a lot of homework as well. And he was slacking behind on some of his schoolwork. So I feel like that's what it was. So I didn't pressure him. I gave him time. But then weeks turned into months, and months turned into a whole nother semester type shit. Okay, so this is where I got pissed because it's just like, out of nowhere, I started following him on some like FBI type shit. So my friend, I'm gonna call her Jay. Okay, me and Jay is a girl, by the way. Me and Jay met and we were so mad cool. So Jay told me that she had a class with him that he took as an elective, and I was just like, he's in that class? Like, is he in that class? Is he participating? Jay is like, yeah. Sometimes he comes, and then he comes late, like halfway when the class is almost over, trying to catch up or something. So I said, okay. I had free periods. I didn't want to go home. So what do y'all think I did? Of course I in that class. The teacher was mad cool about it too. You're just like, as long as you're not disrupting the class or being loud or like weird or anything, well, I teach, you can sit in the class. Just, you're not in the class, so I'm not giving you random work to do. And I'm like, bet. So I took the empty seat of this student that never comes to the class. And that's when Brown walked in. Brown saw me. He didn't say anything. Everyone knew we're together. Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out like what the dealio is. At this point, I was not bold to, comment and cussing out like, what the fuck is your problem? Da 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 da. I wasn't bold enough to do it. Like, inside, like, I was hurt and I was angry, but outside, I couldn't even mutter one word to this man. I just stared at him. He would just flirt with me the same way, talk to me the same way, and then that was it. So this one time, I just came to his classes, but I didn't come for him anymore. But he kept trying to flirt with me and talk to me, and of course, my ass talked to him back and da-da-da. Okay, so it was one time I just stopped coming to the classes individually because the teacher was just like, you're being a disruption to the class, and no one's actually learning or whatever. So I wasn't allowed to go to class anymore. So one time, it was like the summer, okay? Before summer ended, everyone had to do like last minute work, exams and stuff like that. And then I came to like, say goodbye to that teacher because he was mad cool. And I had him for like a spare unit as well. No, before a spare. So I came to like say something, like say hi to him or something. He came in out of nowhere and was just like, do you want to be my girlfriend again? In my head, I'm like, what? So in my head, I'm like, wait, so we broke up and you didn't even have the audacity to tell me we broke up. But you have the audacity to say, if I want to be your girlfriend again. And my ass leapt at the opportunity. That didn't last long. Then he just stopped talking to me. My ass was so pissed off and frustrated, y'all. I started wearing like skimpy ass. No, I wasn't wearing skimpy ass shit to get his attention. I kept walking in front of him. I was wearing those like tights that everyone was calling me. That made my ass look like Nicki Minaj, and everyone started calling me Nicki Minaj and stuff like that. And yeah, I started walking in front of him. He started walking even more ahead and not paying me any money or whatever. So to break the news to y'all, I was doing everything in my power to get his attention, and he wasn't paying me any mind. Like, he would stare at me, but that's as much as it ever went. So to the point where out of nowhere, we have art together, okay? I don't sit beside him in art class. I have my assigned table or whatever. So I'm like talking on the phone, or like, no, I'm listening to music, right? I'm always listening to music. One thing about me, I guess in high school, that I was always listening to music. So like, I wasn't paying him no mind. But for one point, like, I was tired of all my songs, and I took out my headphones. Out of nowhere, he was just like, he tapped me, and he was like, if I see you being more invested in my religion, then we can start talking about marriage and having kids. I said, what? He was like, yeah, if I see you more, with my religion, praying and stuff like that, we can talk about marriage and kids. Yeah, I took that in with a grain of salt, and I was just like, I'll break it down now. Like, I broke down, like, so many times in high school over this man. Like, it was crazy. Like, I broke down over him so many times to the point where, like, my friend Jay felt bad for me, and she was like, do you want me to cuss him out? And I was like, no, girl, don't cuss him out. And she was like, I'm gonna cuss him out. And I'm like, no, girl, don't get cuss him out, because it's like, I don't want you to cuss him out or whatever. So to the point where, like, I got over him when I was transitioning to, like, a whole new grade. Like, that's the story of it. Like, I broke down over it. I got over him, and I was like, screw this or whatever. And I just started getting into him. Like, I just stopped talking to him. I just stopped paying him any mind. I just stopped doing whatever. He did his own thing, but he would casually say hi to me in the units. I'm not saying units. We did not meet on any game platform. Fuck. Okay. Every time he saw me in the hallway, he would try to talking to me and think I'm looking at. I was like, okay, thank you. And then he would like not walk me home. He would just walk whatever, and then he would like try to talk to me in the hallway. We would say our 1 and 2s, whatever, and then we would keep pushing or whatever. And like, that was it. When exam time came, I didn't really care for him. He didn't really care for me. He graduated, and then it was the last time I saw him ever again because I moved. So it was just like, yeah. Yep, that was the time I met Brown, okay? And that was my first official love, okay? Y'all know that I liked Brown since middle school, and then I got the chance to date him when I got into grade 10 of high school. And yeah, that was it. It was a really rocky roller coaster. Like, as much I was in love with this man, I had to come to my senses eventually. Like, it wasn't gonna work because this man, like, was so damn high, he couldn't even tell right from left. And I don't even know what sticky he was smoking, but it was to the point where, like, he didn't remember that he was in a relationship. So he broke up with me in his head, and then started saying weird random shit to the point where, like, I couldn't keep up anymore. And I was just like, you know what? It's time to cut it and move on and like do what I need to do and focus on graduating. So I ended up dating other people, but that was just like when it got closer to like grade 11, grade 12, stuff like that. So that's when O came into play, which y'all know that story time from the previous video. That's when O came in time to play, and that was even 10 times worse. And then that's when, O catfished me as well. So yeah, you guys have this is all before O, by the way. And like, it's just crazy because it's like, it came to the point where I kept stalking, like, before O came in the picture and me and him, like, right? So I found Brown's Instagram. I found I started stalking it to the point where I guess someone saw me stalking it and he blocked me from there and I couldn't find it whatsoever. So yeah, I moved. I've never seen why the fuck do I keep saying I never saw Brown ever again. Like I never saw Brown. Like I never said anything to Brown. I never texted Brown. I deleted his number from my old phone. I never texted him again. I never seen him again. All I heard was that he's out in the streets. All I heard was out in the streets, in and out of jail. That's all I heard. Last time I heard about Brown was that he was in jail. So I don't know if he got released or whatever. But that was pretty much it. I never seen Brown ever again. Brown never hit me up. I was seeing him in the streets or whatever. I'd walk the other way and we would never have a conversation. So yeah, that's the end of the video. That was my first love. That's how I met him. And I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure, by the time you watch this video will be out Friday. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.